Hello, welcome to another lesson to our Forex course. This time we talk about candlesticks, as you can see. So basically, first of all, we need to understand that candlesticks are a very essential part of Forex trading. Like, if you really don't understand candlesticks or you cannot read the price pattern of each candlesticks, then it will be very hard for you to know how to enter, what to do, when to enter, and etc. So the first thing what we need to understand is like how it works is literally there's a wick. Yeah, the wick represents the highest price, yeah, the highest point of how much the price actually went up. So literally, as we can see, open price. So the price opened with 160, like let us say $1.60, right? And then went all the way up to maybe $3 and something. Okay, then we know that's the highest point where price eventually moved to. Okay, but the closing price is actually the price where which is a final. That's actually the final price. We know, okay, that's the closing price. It closed at like it went all the way up to $3.60. Okay, but the closing price was $2.50 or whatever, right? But initially it started off with $1.20. Okay, it's the same way, vice versa as well. The lowest price where price went downwardly in regards to the in regards to how price moved. So it opened at maybe $1.60, like I said, and then went all the way down to maybe just $1. Okay, 60 pence less, and this was the lowest price. Yeah, and then eventually, if you buy at the lowest price, then of course, then you try to get out of the highest price, or sometimes you just want to go keep buying and buying and buying. You know, you enter tier the open, and you just want to keep buying and buying and buying. So that's the same idea with the sales. All right, we have the bull market and with the bear market. The bull market is usually a market what goes up. Is bull equals buy. All right, so people who are in the bull market that keep buying, and people who are in the bear market are keep selling. All right, so when we go up here, when we go quickly to where is it? There is no, sorry, that's the wrong. So that's the one. So when we quickly check there, we can see that this gold had from 2018 to what 2020. It was a bull market. It was a bull run. We can see people were buying and buying and buying and buying and buying. Yeah, we can see it. So the open price to that time initially was at the open price. Hold on. The open price was initially at like 1,191.971. Okay, then the lowest price to that time was where it went to, it was 1,183.348, and it closed at 1,214.390. Okay, so as we can see, it literally it opened here, went all the way down, closed there, right? And that's 1 month. Okay, remember the one candlestick represents 1 month because that's the monthly chart. We're actually right now on the monthly chart. Okay, and then at that point, the second one went up, then opened, and literally opened at the same price, 1,215.253, closed here. But then in between that whole month, I fluctuated between one 1,236.80 810, and then exactly to 1,196.283. Okay, that's how it fluctuated. Okay, so that is literally the candlesticks analysis. Okay, so then that's the open price and closing price. Then if we go back to the page, then we have like simple patterns we need to follow. Okay, we have the morning star, right? which is an entry pattern. This is a pattern which helps us to identify a reversal. Okay, helps us to identify that the market is going to reverse and it's going to go to the, upside. Okay, and we have the evening pattern, evening star, which helps us. It's also a reversal pattern, which helps us to identify a down move. Okay, we have the cross here in the middle, which is a doji, and there's another doji, and there's a doji, and there's two dojis here, and those dojis will help us to identify up movement or low movement. So in order for you to understand what a doji is, and doji is just indication, okay, that the price or the market makers were indecisive. They didn't know what they were going to do, if they want to break, if they're trying to, keep pushing upwards, or if they want to keep pushing downwards. They had no clue. So that's why it created a doji. Oh, doji literally means indecisions. Okay, when every time we see a doji, it means actually the people didn't know what to do, and there's a little time of indecision, and then we need to know who is the strongest person in that market. Is going to be the buyers or is going to be the sellers? All right, so that helps us to understand, okay, we're going to continue to go upwards or downwards. Okay, then we have the bearish engulfing. So an bearish engulfing is like, it's the black candle as we see at the bottom. There's the black one, and engulfed the previous candle. Okay, the previous candle was a buy candle, but the engulfing candle took over, literally engulfed or took or swallowed, I would say swallowed the whole other candle to show them strength, to tell them, look, you guys, you had your time, we was trying it, but in this case we are on the market and we're gonna make sure that we're gonna swallow you up. And that's what they did. So they swallowed them up. It shows strength, it shows authority, it shows that they are in control. So every time you see engulfing candle or strong candle, it is an indication that the given side, if it's the bull or the bears, are in control. So again, we're gonna go into the charts anyway, so I will explain you more further details, and then it will make more sense for you. Yeah. And then we have the hammer as well. It's like an indication of that the sells guys, the bears were pushing it down, pushing it down, pushing it down, pushing it down, and then we're trying to pushing it even further down. However, the bulls the buyers decided not to make it happen, and then resisted and fought back. And then the closing now was very close. It's almost like a little bit like a doji as well. And then you can see the up move. Okay, so we can see this the bear, we have the hammer, we have the evening star again here, and then we have another bearish engulfing. So now let's go to the charts and let me help you make this more sense for you. So now again, we can see. So now let us look for the first. Let's just look for evening stars. Okay, what is an evening star? An evening star, I said. An evening star is a little bit part of a. No, sorry, morning star is a little part of a reversal, like the evening or the morning star. These are all reversal patterns. Okay, so so the evening star is going downwards. Yeah, the morning star is going upwards. Okay, remember that. Okay, so now we're going to go back. So the morning star going upward, evening star going downward. All right, cool. So what we do is this. Bam. What is this? Here. A morning star or evening star. Okay. Okay. It's going upwards. Okay, that's the morning. Is a evening star. It's a morning star. Morning star is going upwards. Sorry. That's what it is. It's going upwards. Then we have another form of a morning star here. Okay. Sorry. This here. There's another form of a morning star where we can see, or maybe let me do it a little different here, because I'm trying to make you guys see what I'm seeing, but it was not really. Yeah. So you can see like those three candles here. 1, 2, 3. Morning star upwards. 1, 2, 3, morning star upwards. Okay, this is all morning stars. Okay, you can see there's a doji in the middle, went up. There's a hammer, a little bit hammer. We just learned about hammer. It's a long wick hammer created, closed there, and then it wasn't engulfed by the bears, and then we know that's an entry point, and we can go upwards. It's the same thing here as well. Here's another one. Okay, boom, there's a nice dodgy there. There's dodgy, and then it goes upwards. Okay, so now let's look for evening stars. An evening one. Let me see. We can see anything evening there. There's no evening, guys. All right, here. That's one. That two. All right, cool. So there's two evening stars, right? So one is here. Okay, that we can see indecision. All right, we see a long wick all to the upside, closes. This could be identified as a hammer, but then it's also a long wick to the downside and closes. So we can see there's definitely an indecision. Both market makers didn't know if they wanted to keep pushing upwards or downwards. So now what happened is there was an indecision in the market for a whole month, okay, and there is the is a sign of a doji. Okay, that's a doji. Then we see the engulfing pattern of the sellers. Okay, they're selling it downwards. Okay, that's the better. So then they're selling it down. Okay, so the seller's selling it down, and as they're selling it down, we can see it keeps going, dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. All right, so the same idea with fear. Okay, we have this one as well. We have a little bit also of it. Evening star is going to go down. Boom, the seller were trying to push it up, then it formed a hammer. Okay, and then keeps going up. Boom. So now the reason why we have those candlesticks pattern, it helps us to really understand where prices is, because the candlesticks pattern are not just candlesticks. These are price movements. Like, this is what happened throughout the day. If you go to the weekly, we can see the same thing on the weekly. We have different type of patterns coming up on a constant basis. We have here like a long engulfing pattern. We have here an evening star, okay, engulfing. Then we have engulfing there. We have here like a hammer. Then we have a little doji here in the middle. And so we can see that those patterns or those candlesticks should help us to identify the market. So every time we see something mad happens, right, and we see a close, and then all of a sudden there's a hammer, we have a good chance to predict. Okay, you know what? That's a hammer. It means that the market is going to go up for a little while, right? But again, like I said, these are just weekly patterns, yeah. And every time we see weekly candlesticks, these are all strong indication that it is going to happen. The higher the time frame, the stronger the candlestick meaning. Okay, so if we are, for instance, on a monthly, okay, we're on a monthly, we see those patterns here, those three patterns. Okay, those three patterns we just see here. We see just this. Okay, that tells us, okay, you know, that is because of the long wick, there's a hammer. It tells us, okay, you know, it is a strong indication that is going to go down. Furthermore, it was not able to break what our previous resistance. Okay, so the previous resistance was not able to break it. Then we know, okay, it didn't break. Then on top of that, confluence number 2 is a hammer. It formed a strong hammer. And where did it form? It formed on the monthly. So now that helps us to identify, okay, you know what? It is definitely going to go down. Of course, we're not going to enter here, but it helps us to overall what's going to happen in the market. So we go to the to the weekly. So now we're on a weekly candle again. So now we see another sign of a morning evening star, right? So before we just saw so now we see another sign of an evening star, okay, morning star. We see it here, right there. Another wick again, and now we see a morning star. Yeah, okay. Previously we didn't see a morning star. All we saw was just a wick. Okay, now we on a weekend. Now it helps us. Okay, there's a morning star. There's a rejection again. Weekly confluence number 2. Morning star. Oh, okay. Now we can see an engulfing that tried to push up but didn't happen. An engulfing of this one, of the bears. Another green candle, and that tells us, okay, you know what? We can actually technically take a sell. Okay. So now we could say, okay, let's take a sell. Okay, this is weekly. Of course, from the weekly market, we're not going to take a sell, but it helps us to understand that definitely we're just going to look for sell opportunities. That's what we're gonna do. We're looking for sales opportunities because the first time we had a long candle here, all right, boom, we had a long candle there, then we went down, not that we had a long candle, but we also had like a morning star pattern, a formation here, and now we go to the second entry. Now we go on to the daily, right? Then we have another engulfing pattern on a daily. We can see it has been engulfing pattern, and that is also an indication that the market is stronger, that the bears are stronger than the buyers. Why? Because it's on the daily. Okay, remember the daily, the weekly, and the 4 hours are strong indication of what is happening, and you can see there's a meaning to each time frame. Okay, so now we can see that boom has a strong indication. Then it broke down. Okay, now it broke here, and we now know, okay, there's a retest happening here. Okay, and here now all of a sudden we see another what, morning star or the evening star. Okay, we see another evening star. We see another evening star here. Okay, yeah, but even though we do see a hammer, all right, on this area here, even though we see a hammer here, and we see like here another morning star happening, it doesn't mean it's going to go up. Because how do we know this? Because we know on the weekly and on the monthly, we have a stronger indication that this is what's going up, because these are stronger time frames, right? So now in between the time frame, between the daily, everything can happen. But we do know we're still anticipating anticipating a sell. Okay, so now we're on the daily. Let's see what we can see on the 4 hour. So now that we're on the 4 hour, now that is not there. And again, we have like a little bit of an engulfing pattern here again. All right, we can see it was not able to break structure. Okay, we see that it wasn't able to break structure, wasn't able to like moved all the way up. We have a little bit structure here. Okay, boom, resistance here, then lower low here. Okay, high low, lower low. So that's the last low highs here. The higher low, higher high. Sorry, the last high is there. Bam. Okay, and we now know. Okay, you know, if this breaks here, then we know it's gonna go to the upside. But since it's still in a downtrend, we still know we're in a trend. Now, if you wanted to, on the 4 hours, we can still take the trend line now. Take the trend line, pass this on here. Okay, you know what? It's not really worth it. Okay, we take, maybe do it here. See what's happening next. Leave it, and then if it's breaking here, this will equal high. Yeah, that will be an equal high. Or yeah, it's gonna break here or whatever. But we're gonna see what's gonna happen. So let's play. So boom, it's gonna drop. Boom, 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 boom. I kept dropping. Boom, stop. So now it went all the way up. Okay, touch the equal high. Now we see on the lower time frame, again on the 4 hour time frame, it touched this area. Okay, it's trying to break up. We still know we are on a downtrend. Okay, even though it's on a low, on a high, we looking. All what we do now, we're just looking for an entry opportunity to sell. Okay, we have another indication again. Here, there's another morning star here. Okay, boom, and there's definitely not engulfing. Okay, so what we now know is, okay, we wait. Sorry, oh God, that's not what I wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. So we just look for entry opportunities. Right? So what I wanted to say is like we look, once it breaks this area, then it retests this here, then we know it's gonna go up. Okay, however, now what we have seen now, the first thing we see again is like we adjust our trend line. Okay, we know there was a little bit of an uptrend, just little trend upwards. Okay, now we can also use this trend line, change this. Okay, we can adjust it to this one. Sorry, we're gonna adjust this one. Okay, that's one trend line. We can adjust it to here. We can adjust it to here. Okay, that's the second point. We know we're still waiting for downtrend, we can take this trend line to this trend line, bam, okay. And then now what we know we're waiting for. So however, me on my hand, it's like as long as I know it's not gonna break this lower low, lower high, that's the previous high where it was before. Yeah, that's actually the first low high. Okay, when I know if it breaks here, okay, then I know it will go definitely to the another direction. Okay, now we have another evening star here. Now what I would do, I would just enter short, enter here. This is my target, okay, and my target would be somewhere here. It's risk reward is there, maybe here, okay. So which is what, 5%, right? And then that's it. And I'm just gonna play and let's see what's happening. It's not gonna drop in, drop, touches, boom, and then now I hit my target, and that's it. Okay. That is the power of understanding trend, not trend line, the understanding, price action. Okay, so now it always makes sense because now we understand. Okay, we have seen this, so we have seen it before. We have seen the up move, then there was a rejection here, then it broke through. Then we know, okay, since it broke through, a retest, I went all the way up. Then we know it didn't, that's the next target. So it didn't reach the target. Then also, what also would be like an amazing opportunity for us to make our buys is also using Fibonacci. Sorry. From top to bottom, okay, to our last lowest point. We see there's also a rejection on the 61.8. This is a good indication, close to support area, rejection area, resistance area. Then we know it will go all the way down, and it did. And then we made our target and we made our money. Okay, that's how people. So you could take this, so that's just confirmation. Anyway, so we have that. So now the other place of where we could have entered, okay, would have been here, okay. It broke through. We know it will retest in this area, okay. So went all the way up, didn't retest quite a bit, but was still below the trend line. Now we see this evening star formation again. Entered here, boom, and then all the way down. Yeah, so now here we see the evening star formation. Again, we see another evening star there. We also see another engulfing here. So that engulfing could also be an opportunity for us to know, okay, we want to enter here. And the only reason we know that is all about structure, because structure, it has to respect structure, okay? As long as structure is not broken, we can do whatever we want to do. Here's a little bit of structure here. Okay, a little bit structure there, boom, cannot be broken. Then a little bit structure here. We know that was the lowest point. Create a lower low. Okay, lower low, boom. Then I create a lower high. Okay, the last high is here. Lower low, lower high, last high is here. There's a new lower low. There's a new lower high, right? But if it goes all the way up here, break here, and then we know no, but it didn't happen. So it came here, created a formation. We enter, boom, came up again, was trying to be a little bit stubborn, and then confirmed with the engulfing candle. Then it broke, okay. Or we could wait. Let the candle move downwards. Bam. We wait for a retest at this area, and then entered here, and then go all the way down. So that's a lot of. We could have waited here, engulf. We could have used the engulfing candle. Bam. Entered here. After entering, boom. Stop loss here. Stop loss here or there. Then enter, or we wait for retest here in this area, enter here, the same area, and then just let it drop. So there's a lot of opportunities on how you could have entered the market. And yeah, so for me right now, what's important is like engulfing candle is a strong indication. The engulfing is a strong indication. A morning star, evening stars are strong indications, and hammer here in this area is a strong indication of having a good opportunity to enter, right? So these are strong indications. He's also mini engulfed the previous candle very strongly. This area, these are all strong indications. And what I would say to you guys is go and test it out, play around, and see what are the best patterns, what are the best patterns for you guys, because we can see it broke here, this area, previous structure here. Now it broke down, but retest, and now probably is gonna further go down. See, it was here, retest, we saw that was the initial move. So basically what we did see was this. Okay, it moved. That was the previous area of support. Okay, it was previous support. Now it became a resistance. Support came down, broke through support, came up again, then made something happen here again, broke through. Okay, then it came to retest. Yeah, I was not able to break structure because it was low, high, new lower low. Then I created a new lower high. Okay. Then it went all the way down, was not able to break that area. So if it would have come up and then broken this new lower high, then I would have done a retest, and then it would have probably gone all the way up. Okay, so that's very important. So we close that. But instead, what it did is like it came up. Came up, was not able to touch this area, created another engulfing. Now you can see it's a long engulfing. Then it came back up and it retested this area. So now we now know that's a retest area. So now I would take a sell. Okay, because it's a long wick, or sell it from here, shorting, maybe boom, do it here. And then next target would be what is this? A 1-to-1. Let me see what risk we're gonna take. 1-to, so always 1-to-3 mix it maximum. Oh yeah, 1-to-3. Alright, there's also another good target. Maybe here or there. Eventually we could do here, we could do there. So it depends. So then I will just enter here, up. Okay, and then sorry. So I enter here, and let's see what happens. Went all the way down. Dropping. Just enter my target now. That's the time where I could have gone out. Sorry. Why do I go out? Because I can see. So I would have been here. Okay. So now I would have been in profit. Okay. And then now you can see how I'm in profit here. Now I see this long wick. Okay, what I would do is like I would now watch. Okay, I watch, wait, boom, bam. So now I see another engulfing. Now I see another one. So now that would be my time, okay, to exit the market. I would have exited here, 1-to-3 risk reward, or I could have exited there, or I could have exited here. Depends, really how much money you're wanting. Like if you would have exited, it would have been better, but anyways, it didn't happen. If you would have waited, I could have exited here, or even here after seeing the first candle appearing here. That's would have been probably my exit, because you never know what's happening. And then now you can see market just going calm. Okay, just going crazy a little bit. Now there's another. Now it's going to go down. It's dropping as well. And yeah, that's what you could do. See, so now it went all the way up again. Okay, again, like I said, it's a lower low. That's the lowest point. Now I would enter here again, sell. Yeah, sell. yeah, and that's it. So I hope you guys learned the lesson. Again, on the recap, that's just the 4 hour candles. Okay, that's a lot engulfing, another engulfing hammer, another engulfing morning star, like evening star, morning star. You know, we can see the same patterns on the 30 minutes as well. A lot of like here, morning star, evening star, engulfing, and etc. So I would say, guys, like look for good candles, look for good opportunities, look for good entry points, learn the candlestick patterns. And what I also suggest is reading this book called The Naked Forex. Have a look, read through this book. It will help you a lot. You know, you can get it on the PDF. If you look for PDF, you can get it for free somehow, or you can buy the book if you like a paper version. And yeah, that's it. So over and out. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope I was able to help you guys. And yeah, that's it. Bye bye.